Bud Light presents Internet Heroes of Genius.
Internet Heroes of Genius.
Today we salute you, person who accidentally went viral.
Person who accidentally went viral.
You showed the world how to dance like no one was watching, even though soon, literally everyone would be watching.
5.6 million likes.
One day you were being interviewed by the local news. The next, millions put funny captions on your face.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Some famous people get recognized in public for their acting or singing. You for saying crazy well under anesthesia.
What the is happening?
So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, notorious M.E.M.E., because you're the gift that just keeps on giving.
Person who accidentally went viral.
Enjoy responsibly. 2019 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. I am so thankful for you to tune in this afternoon. It seems that Bud Light has yet another enemy now forming. And this is probably the best possible thing to happen now because Bud Light's getting it from both sides. So first of all, obviously everybody knows the Bud Light boycott. Everyone knows what's going on with that. But what you didn't know is now woke activists are coming after Budweiser, Bud Light, because they haven't supported Dylan enough. This is what happens when you play with, you play with these woke idiots. It's literally a lose-lose scenario almost every single time. And I'm here to enjoy that with you. Speaking of non-woke, veteran-owned companies, if you're in the market for a new computer, perhaps check out Meta PCs. Check this out. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Meta PCs. Look, you've been around, you know that I've been talking about Meta PCs for a very long time. In fact, it's the primary computer I use. But it's not just because they're a sponsor. It's for so many more reasons. They have fully customizable, configurable PCs and all the hardest to find parts in stock and ready to go. They also have ready to ship PCs ready for you today. Here's a couple reasons why I like Meta PCs. First and foremost, it's veteran ownership. Meta PCs is a veteran-owned business. One of Meta's owners has served both in Afghanistan and Iraq and received a Purple Heart for his service. Meta also employs military veterans in Meta's Operations Center and also provides systems to veterans going back to school to help them re-enter the workforce all across the United States. They offer financing. It has 100% US-based sales and support. And when you receive your PC, it's ready to go right out of the box. You don't have to get complicated and set things up. You just plug it all in and you're ready to rock. And on top of that, Meta PCs is offering you, my viewer, a huge discount when you use the link in the description or you use promo code TheQuartering. If you use my code at checkout, not only do you save money, but you support my content and a company that will not bow to cancel culture. So maybe you're not ready to pick up a new computer today, but when you are, remember to go to metapcs.com and use promo code TheQuartering to support me and to save money. And everybody wins. Now, obviously, I know you might not be in the market right this instant for a new computer, but it's the computer I use. It's the laptop I use. I just got a brand new one downstairs. I got to set up, and it's the brand I recommend to friends and family. So when you are, promo code TheQuartering to save. Now, Anheuser-Busch today took a little bit of a dippy-doo in the stocks. I mean, after hours, it's recovered a little bit, but it's difficult to know exactly what's going on. But who that isn't happening to is Coors Light, which was up 1.63% today, and then up another, 50 cents, 60.85. Yeah, another 50 cents in post-hour trading. So even reaching new heights. Miller Lite, similar things. And that's because these customers are moving away from Bud Light and they're not stopping drinking. So they're taking a different product. Pro-LGBT group mounts effort to pressure Bud Light to stand in solidarity with the trans community. I think Bud Light should do this. I really do. I think Bud Light should make an ad, tell their viewers that, they're the worst. So anyway, a leftist pro-LGBT organization is trying to pressure Anheuser-Busch, the maker of Bud Light, to come out publicly and announce its support for Dylan Mulvaney. The Hill reported that the Human Rights Campaign sent a letter to Anheuser-Busch last week that criticized the company's response to the significant backlash it faced across the country over its paid marketing engagement with Mulvaney. Quote, "In this moment, it is absolutely critical for Anheuser-Busch to stand in solidarity with Dylan and the trans community." The letter states, however, when faced with anti-LGBTQ+ and transphobic criticism, Anheuser-Busch's actions demonstrate a profound lack of fortitude in upholding its values of diversity, equity, and inclusion to its employees, customers, shareholders, and the LGBTQ+ community. Look, if you're like most people, you're not like the beer you choose to drink is not your personality, right? It's not it's not who you are. Now, they want that to be the case. Companies want you to view yourself in that way because that way they can control you more easily. They can raise prices more easily. They can sell you more merch more easily. They can do all sorts of stuff like that. But at the end of the day, what Bud Light is finding out, people are moving on. People have almost exclusively switched to Coors Light or Miller Lite in a direct inflection of the sales drops for Bud Light, which last week was 26%, waiting on some updated sales numbers for a new video tomorrow. Quote, "This not only lends credence to hate-filled rhetoric, it exposes Anheuser-Busch to long-term business impacts with employees and customers increasingly looking for a steadfast commitment to LGBTQ+ corporate citizenships," the letter said. So essentially, it reads like a threat. Like, oh, you have to, are you not supporting the LGBTQ community? Sure would be a shame if something happened to you. Sure would be a shame if your woke ESG score fell. Sure would be a shame if all the people that want you to push this stuff in the first place stop investing in your stock and keeping it up high so people are, unaware that the sales are actually, that the boycott's working. Quote, it goes on, "The organization is preparing to punish Anheuser-Busch for lowering its long-standing 100% corporate equity index score because of how it responded to the controversy." That's that's this like woke stuff that for whatever reason, it absolutely shouldn't matter, but it seems to matter when it comes to investing. I don't care. I care if the company makes me money. But that's not what billionaires want. They want influence. They have enough money. The letter said that the Human Rights Campaign wants the company to release a statement reaffirming its full support for the transgender customers, shareholders, and employees. Boy, this would be amazing. I 100% think they should do it. I mean, it's a slow news month. April's always May's a little bit slow. It would be absolutely great if Bud Light kept this up because Lord knows it's entertaining. The company has declined meeting with the organization, the report said. The controversy surrounding Anheuser-Busch was worsened after CEO Brendan Whitworth issued a statement on April 14th that did not make mention of Mulvaney, transness, or offer an apology to defendant customers. Beer Board, a tech company that provides data with the beverage industry, said last week that Bud Light has seen a significant decline in pours at restaurants and bars across the United States following the controversy. The company has since placed 2 of its executives on leave. Well, this is what happens when you play the game. Even CNN, right? Even CNN Business wrote, Bud Light wanted to market to all, instead it's alienating everyone. For years, Bud Light leaned on jokey ad campaigns and designation as light beer to push sales. But recently, interest in beer has faltered, and beer brands have had to rethink their offerings, marketing strategies to reach new audiences. Now Bud Light finds itself seeking younger drinkers and stumbled through America's polarized landscape in the process. The brand's sponsorship that went back to April 1st for Dylan set off a firestorm of backlash and calls for a boycott. The company first responded with a straightforward explanation of its relationship, but later released a milquetoast statement from the CEO, which angered both sides and made changes to its management structure, suggesting there had been some sort of miscommunication about how to market the brand. Bud Light is not alone in struggling to reach some audiences without offending others. Customers increasingly want to feel like their products they buy represent their values, but those values are often opposed, creating a tricky situation for advertisers who want to convince everyone that their product is right for them. Well, what Coffee Brand Coffee does, I talk about all the time. I don't take a political stance. By the way, we sold out of our first 2 Mother's Day gift boxes. We worked super, super hard, and we put 2 more together based on everything we could produce. So we've still got Mother's Day covered. We've got this one now with the strawberries and cream and the Colombian roast, pretzels, and a mug. And we've obviously still got build your own. So if they like coffee, tea, or cocoa, you can make it all. You can pick everything you want. Get them now before they're gone. Quote, there are 2 trends that are colliding, said Daniel Korshin, Associate Professor of Marketing at Drexel University. People are more interested than ever before in underlying values of a brand. And at the same time, there's this political polarization in the country. Some brands are able to walk the lines or pick a side and stick with it. Bud Light literally failed on both counts. Bud Light misunderstood their ability to reach out to new target audience and the backlash it would face with some segment of its current customers, Jared Watson, Assistant Professor of Marketing at New York University, wrote. With the CEO's response, they did this half step backwards, which didn't satisfy their existing market. Meanwhile, this market they're trying to appeal to sees this as an inauthentic move, and so they end up in a position where they've satisfied nobody. I mean, that's kind of the part of it, right? I mean, now they're staying the course, though. For Bud Light, the problem wasn't partnering with Dylan, but failing to show their supporters that it was willing to stand behind her, when Dylan was targeted. Quote, it makes a world of sense to partner with Dylan to reach a young audience, a more diverse audience, she said. Dylan, who is in their mid-20s, has 10.8 million TikTok followers, but Watson said that partnership has to have additional evidence of support. Some companies have weathered backlash by staying steadfast to their convictions. Nike, for example, has stood up and stood by their wokeness. Now, I think, Nike's a different kind of thing. They can put all that money into BLM, and it's fine. Because this bar that booted customers who complained about Bud Light controversy begs customers to come back. I covered this lightly the other day. Their Facebook is like, they deleted, they've tried to stand out. We're tired of all the hate. They ended up deleting that. And now this last weekend, they started begging for people to come back. The bar later said that with the departure of some of our regulars, we need new clientele, and you have answered. I'm not going to lie, we still need more of you. The page said, please continue supporting us. The bar then posted a new message on Thursday addressing the controversy, and they also locked down comments. A lot has been said, some correct, some incorrect, and I want to clarify my stance. A statement said, what I really want to convey is just be respectful. Different opinions are welcome here as long as they are delivered respectfully. We no more want ugly, aggressive, or rude interactions about which sports team someone thinks is better than societal issues. We do not want to censor opinions, but we do require civility in the establishment. So if you can't play nice, then get out of the sandbox. That goes for everyone. Keep shooting yourself in the foot. I absolutely love it. I love that now the wokies are going after Bud Light for not backing Dylan. The whole thing is a beautiful disaster. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you pick up your Mother's Day gift box. Make sure you check out Meta PCs, link in the description, and we'll talk to you again real soon.